Hello, my precious charms. And the story I have this evening is Henny Penny. Henny Penny is a story about a little chicken. Okay, so you have your front cover of the book, your back cover, and you have the spine of the book. Henny Penny is retold by Bonnie Dopkin and illustrated by Sean Atkin. Open the book. We have our title page, Henny Penny. And when we start reading, we read from left to right. Henny Penny lived with her friends in a wonderful kingdom of forests, meadows, and ponds. It was as perfect a place as you could imagine, unless you were Henny Penny. Now, what is her name? Ask the children questions as you read the story. This is the beginning of it. One morning, Henny Penny was talking with her friend, Ducky Lucky. The sun was shining. The sky was blue. Breezes played with the leaves of the trees. What a perfect day, said Ducky Lucky. Yes, said Henny Penny. I just hope it doesn't get too hot or too windy. Oh, my goodness, what if it rains? Ducky Lucky shook his head. He just shook it. You worry too much. Why don't you go and look for something to eat? All right, sighed Henny Penny. I suppose I could hunt for some nice crunchy bugs. Who is Henny Penny talking to? What's his name? So Henny Penny wandered down the road, picking and flicking and pecking and checking. Finally stopped under an old oak tree. Bugs and grubs were everywhere. Well, these look tasty, said Henny Penny. I only hope I don't get sick from eating too much. Just then the wind puffed through the branches of the oak tree and loosened an acorn. The acorn fell down plump on Henny Penny's head. Ouch! Said Henny Penny. What was that? She looked around, but she didn't see anything. My goodness, the sky must be falling. I must go and tell the king. What fell on Henny Penny's head? What was it? Right, it was an acorn. Henny Penny fluttered back down the road. Soon she passed a pond where her friend was still swimming. What's wrong? Asked Ducky Lucky. Henny Penny didn't even stop. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. I must go and tell the king. Are you sure? Said Ducky Lucky. I remember when you lost a feather and you thought your wing was coming off. Look at this bump on my head, said Henny Penny. I tell you, the sky is falling. Then I'll come with you, said Ducky Lucky, and he jumped out of the pond. Soon they came upon Turkey Lurkey. This is the middle of the story. Who was gobbling berries from a bush. What's the matter? he asked. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," said Henny Penny. And Ducky Lucky, "We must go and tell the king." "Are you sure?" asked Turkey Lurkey. "I remember when you—" "Ducky Lucky believes me," said Henny Penny. "Besides, look at this bump on my head." "Well, if Ducky Lucky believes you, then it must be true." He spit out the berries and joined them. Next, they saw Goosey Lucy arranging some twigs in her nest. "What's the matter?" she said. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," said Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Turkey Lurkey. "We must go and tell the king." Look at them all running. "Are you sure?" said Goosey Lucy. "I remember—" "Look at my head," said Henny Penny. "Look at the bump. I tell you, the sky is falling." "Well," said Goosey Lucy, "if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you, then it must be true." And she began to waddle beside them as fast as she could. The four friends were nearing the forest. Turkey Cocky Locky was roosting on a tree branch. "What's the matter?" he asked. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," cried Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Turkey Lurkey, and Goosey Lucy. "We must go and tell the king." "Are you sure?" said Cocky Locky. "Look at this bump on my head," said Henny Penny. "The sky is definitely falling." "Well," said Cocky Locky, "if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you and Goosey Lucy says it's so, then it must be true." And he fluttered down from the branch and began to follow them. Now the five friends hurried into the forest. This is the end of the story. They had gone only a few little ways when they saw Foxy Loxy. Foxy Loxy stepped out from a cluster of trees. "Oh my, Foxy Loxy, I wonder what's going to happen." "Oh my," he said, "you all look so distressed. What is the matter?" Look at them. "The sky is falling," said Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Turkey Lurkey, and Cocky Locky. "We all must go and tell the king." "Why, of course you must," said Foxy Loxy. "Listen, my friends, I know the king very well, and I know a shortcut." Now, you can ask the kids, what's a shortcut? What is he talking about? "I know a shortcut to the palace. So follow me. There isn't a moment to lose." The fox led them further into the woods, down a twisty turning trail. Look at that, all up the hill. "Are we almost there?" said Henny Penny. "Almost," said Foxy Loxy. "But oh dear, you all look so tired. Should we stop at my den for a moment? You can meet my family and rest for a moment. Yes, please, said Henny Penny. Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, and Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. Look at his face. That fox is up to something. Right this way, said Foxy Loxy. As they walked, he told them about his lovely wife, Roxy Loxy. And he told them about the 4 little Loxies, Moxie, Soxy, Poxy, and Doxy. What he didn't tell them was that all 5 were sitting around the dining room table, waiting for Foxy Loxy to bring home dinner. Oh my, look at his face. Well, here we are, said Foxy Loxy, stopping in front of a low rock ledge. He bowed and waved his arm toward a dark opening underneath. And Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Foxy Loxy, and Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky all marched down into the fox's den. Now, 2 things didn't happen after that. The sky didn't fall, and no one met with the king. But Foxy Loxy's family still talk about the wonderful feast they had that day, because they ate them all up. Oh my, he really did trick them. And that is the story of Henny Penny. And as you see, the pictures go with the story. The beginning, when Henny Penny met the duck, the acorn fell on her head. That was the beginning. The middle, they met Turkey Lurkey. They met the goose. And there they are running. And they all met the fox. They went into the fox's den and they got eaten up. Wow. That is the story of Henny Penny. And they never met the king. Wow. And if you like that story, please give me a like, share, and subscribe to my station. Thank you, my precious charms, for listening. And have a good evening.